My background is quantum physics, and for many years in Soviet Union I was a scientist in quantum research, in laser research, in different atomic physics. Then in 90s I totally transformed to biology, to medicine, and as I've told, in 1995 we was able to develop new instrument, and from that time on I am studying energy fields of humans, of plants, of water, of nature. And this is our main line of research and development. Because this line, it is absolutely new field that shows humanity tremendous new knowledge. And there are many, many scientists who are involved in this study at the moment all over the world. By the end of 2012, I've been in expedition to Mexico, to Chichen Itza, where we've been measuring on the December 21st. And we found that the main influence to the world, to our sensors, was done by human emotions, but not by some turmoil in atmosphere. So it is clear, we are now in the process of tremendous transformation of humanity. We are transforming from the material age, from the age of wars, to informational age, to informational society. And it's not in some particular country, it is worldwide. In a very short time, we all together was totally transformed. For us, every one of us, now internet, mobile phones, it is our reality. It is our everyday way how we communicate with the world, how we communicate with each other. And what's important, our 2-year-old children, they operate on computer much more fast, much more efficient than their parents. So our society, world society, is in the process of huge transformation. And this transformation, it comes from the universe. It is the universal process. That's why we have so many turmoil in atmosphere. That's why we have so many turmoil in the weather. But it will allow humankind to come to next level of development. We are simple people. We all live in our everyday life. We all dependent, of course, on politics. We all dependent on business, on money. But from our intention, from our mind, depends situation in the world. Now we demonstrate with different instruments and in different laboratories of the world that collective human intention can really change the world. So, if we want that our life would be better, if we want to bring back love, ethics, moral, then we need to create it inside ourselves. First of all, we need to change ourselves. We need to make ourselves positive. We need to get rid of negative emotions, of negative feelings. We need to forget about hate, about envy, about anger. We need to recreate ourselves. Then it will help to recreate the world. So this is a step-by-step process, and of course it takes time. But with internet, with possibility of intercommunication between billions of people in the world, now we have all possible ways how to do this. Very important that life, it is tremendous, wonderful journey. And life need to bring happiness. No civilization in the world was aimed to happiness of people. It was always some aims of development, of conquering, of fighting, but no happiness. So now, for the first time in the human development, in the development of our society, we have all possibilities to be happy. And of course it's understandable that it is impossible to be happy all the time. So it's up and down, it is transformation, but if we think of developing not only good environment for ourselves, but in developing good environment for around ourselves, for our family, for our friends, for our neighbors, for our society as a whole, for our country, then we'll be able to contribute to this worldwide process. And if we create this movement from our heart, if we influence by our positive emotions to other people, then altogether we can make our life a little bit more positive, little bit more happy. First of all, we need to understand we have two distinct creatures living on the earth. They're absolutely different creatures. They have different anatomy, they have different physiology, they have different psychology. So we need to understand each other. We need to find common language. We need to understand that we are different and we should not be same. So men should try to find a way how to accept women, how to accept their beauty, how to accept their positive sides, and how to accept their negative sides, because women depended on their physiology a lot. So we men, we need to know this, and we need to accept it as inevitable part of our process. For women, they need to understand that men are very strange creatures, that they are absolutely different from gentle women, and they need to be trained to be human. So if women would be patient, if they will make training of their creatures, men creatures, then it will be possible to make resonance couple. In our experiments, we demonstrated a lot that after death, our spirit, our soul separate from our body. And this is clear, measurable processes. So it is clear, understandable that it is informational part, we can name it spirit, we can name it soul, that separate from physical body, and it can exist by itself. We have many training, we have many cases of out-of-body experiences. We have many cases of near-death experiences. We have huge books that collect data on reincarnation recollections from children all over the world, and it is proven. In Virginia University in the United States, they have special line of research in this field. But, of course, it is very subtle process. We, in our consciousness, have very little information from our subconsciousness. Our subconscious accepts tremendous billions and billions of bits of information every second. But we have a special barrier that doesn't allow this subconscious information to come to our conscious. So it is absolutely clear difference between what we have in our conscious, in our awareness, and what we have really in our brain and in our body, because every cell of our body has its own memory. So we keep this reincarnation memory in our body, in our cells, in our subconscious brain. But it is very special process how this information may be retrieved. For children, it is possible. They can do it, and they can tell you a lot of stories how they recall something unusual, something strange. In hypnosis, it is possible. In special sessions of psychology, it is possible. So, of course, it is, for me, it is no doubts that this informational essence exists. And of course, it is very interesting topics that need a lot of study. I believe that every one of us has his or her own angel. It is our inner guidance. It is our inner angel that is given to us by God, and it supervises all our life. So it gives us a lot of advices. It gives us a lot of indications. So if we follow little tiny advices, little tiny indications, then of course we can progress much more efficiently, much more happy than people we do. And of course a lot of people who have this, but they don't follow it. In Russia we always like to make jokes about this. So it's typical Russian joke. One guy, a guy was a driver, and he was crazy driver. He was driving like crazy. And all his friends, they've told me, please don't drive like this, you are crazy. I don't care. I have my angel, and my angel take care of me. And one day he is driving in his car. He is driving 120, 140, 180, 200 to 20. And then he feels someone touch him on the shoulder. Oh, who is it? It's me, your angel. Oh, what do you want? Please pull over. I want to get out. Our dark side of our nature, it is absolutely natural part of our human structure, because we are different from all other animals, because we have our emotions, we have our positive side and our negative side. And in life we always have a fighting between angels and devil. So our positive intentions, they drive us to positive. Our negative intentions, they drive us to negative. Of course, when people are young, it is always fighting between two. And we need to understand that only with our conscious efforts, only with our very strong mental intention, we can change this situation. So, if we concentrate on our positive side, if we consciously get rid of negative emotions, negative drives, negative feeling, if we try to develop in ourselves love, compassion, good attitude to other people, to the environment, then we will be able to transform to next stage of our own development. So only people who have positive inner sight can live long life.